6 from Downing Street on yet another fast-moving day. The Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, has resigned from government, saying he no longer has confidence in the Prime Minister. But he stopped short of launching a leadership challenge. However, in the last hour, the Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, has made his move. The MP for Makerfield, Josh Simons, has agreed to stand aside for him. Mr Burnham has said he will request permission to stand in that by-election that will now follow. Our political editor, Chris Mason, is in Westminster. And so, Chris, Andy Burnham makes his move, but as he quite clearly points out, there's no guarantee that he'll even be allowed to stand.
Quite, Sophie, and yes, it has been a fast-moving day, but if at home you flicked on the telly to find out what developments there have been in that noisy Westminster postcode in London, well, there's been plenty of noise, but actually tonight, to be clear, there is still no formal leadership contest to replace Keir Starmer. Instead, lots of noise from lots of different people, including in the last half hour a statement from Andy Burnham, the Mayor of Greater Manchester. You'll remember he was blocked trying to run for a parliamentary seat in Greater Manchester a couple of months back. He is having another crack, and in his statement he says much bigger change is needed at a national level if everyday life is to be made much more affordable again. This is why I now seek people's support to return to Parliament, to bring the change we have brought to Greater Manchester to the whole of the UK and make politics work properly for people. He then goes on to say, after this week, we owe it to people to come together as a Labour movement, giving the Prime Minister and the government the space and stability they need as the by-election takes place. But it'll be for Labour's National Executive Committee to determine whether he can be Labour's candidate. Already tonight, Nigel Farage of Reform UK has said that they will fight that by-election with all the energy they have. I've said this once or twice before in the last week or so, but I'm going to say it again. It's been quite a day at Westminster, and I'll walk you through it.
I've got this statement from Andy Burnham. It's very rare that he's ever missed a hot seat in the last 6 years.
Andy Burnham was due on the radio this morning but said he couldn't make it. Now we know why. In the last hour, this post on social media from the MP for Makerfield just outside Manchester. Today I'm putting the people I represent and the country I love first and will be resigning as MP for Makerfield. I'm standing aside so that Andy Burnham can return to his home, fight to re-enter Parliament and, if elected, drive the change our country is crying out for.
Yeah, well, it's been really kind of important for me to come down this morning.
And here are the two men campaigning in Makerfield in April last year.
Any unnecessary by-election is always a political risk. If Andy puts himself forward as the candidate for that, I don't know if others will too. Any decision on who should be on a shortlist for the by-election would be taken by the NEC.
What he means is Mr Burnham is not yet guaranteed to be Labour's candidate. Earlier, just before 1 o'clock this lunchtime, Wes Streeting resigned as Health Secretary. In his letter to the Prime Minister, he didn't hold back. Having lost confidence in your leadership, it would be dishonourable and unprincipled to remain in post, he wrote. Where we need vision, we have a vacuum. Where we need direction, we have drift.
Are you going to challenge the Prime Minister?
What did he say, Mr Streeting?
He now says he told the Prime Minister yesterday what we're reading in his letter today. But what he's not said, at least yet, is he's challenging for the leadership.
So he will put his hat in the ring. He has 81 MPs backing him.
He does have the support of the right number of more than 81 MPs in the party, but he's taken a principled decision today not to trigger that contest for two reasons. It's clear in conversations with MPs and with the unions that the party wants a discussion, a battle of ideas, an open contest, a broad contest for the direction that we should take and how we fix the problems that we're in.
So we've just seen Wes Streeting's. And I grabbed a word with him afterwards to put a question I know plenty are asking. What do you say, though, to those who say
This is a complete undignified mess. And how is the government meant to function whilst all of this is going on?
So in Wes's letter, where he says, where we need vision, there's a vacuum, where we need direction, there's dither, I see that in my own constituency, where billions of pounds of investment need government support to happen. We need decision, we need pace, and we need a change of direction.
So, who is Wes Streeting? Keir Starmer's health secretary, until today that is, has been steeped in politics much of his adult life.
Youngest Labour MP.
He was once president of the National Union of Students.
I swear by Almighty God.
And he was deputy leader of his local council before becoming an MP 10 years ago. Among his last acts in the cabinet, he was talking up what he sees as his achievements as health secretary, sending these pictures to Labour MPs on WhatsApp. Then he resigned.
I'm sad. I regret that he has come to that conclusion. I don't agree with him. It was a big call for him, but now I think there's a chance really just to pause on where we are and to focus on the country.
The Prime Minister has been out and about today, but he has not been in front of any cameras.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
But his Chancellor, who, to be clear, is a supporter of Sir Keir, has been talking up some economic numbers and talking too about what she sees as the big dangers of a leadership contest.
Today's numbers show that the economy is growing strongly, and because of that growth we'll be able to do more to invest in our public services and to support families and businesses with the cost of living. But that is only possible because of the economic stability that we have brought back to our economy. And we shouldn't put that at risk by plunging the country into chaos at a time when there is conflict in the world, but also at a time when our plan to grow the economy is starting to bear fruit.
There was news from another big player today. Angela Rayner has resolved her tax affairs and wants to play her part in a contest.
Would you like to lead that team?
But isn't challenging for the job now.
I've said that I would not trigger the Prime Minister and I want to make sure that we bring the party together. At the moment, I feel like we're not delivering the change that people voted for, and I feel like we've made some mistakes that need to be corrected.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is what the Labour Party at Westminster looked like less than 2 years ago. Big, happy, together. Smiling, laughing, hugging. How things have changed at lightning speed. Chris Mason, BBC News at Westminster.
So as yet, no leadership challenge has been launched, but that doesn't mean there won't be one. And if there is, it will make history because no sitting Labour Prime Minister has ever faced an official leadership election. So how would it work for an MP? Our political correspondent Joe Pike explains.
The route to Downing Street is far from simple for Andy Burnham, Wes Streeting, Angela Rayner or anyone else. And the path to power depends on what Keir Starmer does next. The PM could agree to go and set out a timetable to find his successor, but at the moment it looks like he's trying to tough it out. If he continues to hold on, it's possible another MP comes forward with a leadership challenge. There are currently 403 Labour MPs. A challenger would need the public backing of 20% of them. That means 81 Labour MPs would be needed to endorse one challenger. The one challenger bit is important because so far the MPs who want the PM to go don't agree on who comes next. If there is a full Labour leadership contest, Keir Starmer would automatically be on the ballot, assuming he doesn't resign. But only MPs are eligible, which is why Andy Burnham wants to stand in the Makerfield by-election. Quite how quickly a contest happens will be up to Labour's ruling body, the National Executive Committee, which sets the timetable. Last year's deputy leadership contest took 6 weeks from start to finish. For now, the Labour Party seems paralysed. Keir Starmer has been weakened this week, but arguably so has Wes Streeting, and we don't yet know who will make the next move. Joe Pike, BBC News, Westminster.